My blood ran cold the moment I saw the keys in my sister's hand. But it was the crumpled $2 bill pressed into my palm that plunged the knife in. I thought that was the worst part. I was wrong. What happened next changed everything. It was Emily's 21st birthday. Our backyard in Austin, Texas was filled with family and fake laughter. I'm Olivia Reed, 27 now, but this specific nightmare started 6 years ago. I'd driven 3 hours, ignoring a gut feeling that screamed, "Don't go." I was still trying to be the good daughter. The one they barely saw. My little sister Emily had always been their miracle baby. I was just me, the first draft, every single thing Emily ever wanted she got: new clothes, private dance lessons, a brand new phone every single year. Me. I wore hand-me-downs that were older than me. I saved every penny from 2 part-time jobs in high school just to afford college books. I thought if I worked hard enough, if I was independent enough, they'd finally see me, they'd finally treat me the same. My stomach dropped the moment I saw my dad clinking his champagne glass. He was beaming at Emily, who was practically vibrating with excitement. My parents stood up, my mom already crying happy tears. "Emily, sweetheart," Dad announced, his voice booming across the yard. "Your mom and I wanted to get you something truly special for becoming an adult." Then he dangled the keys. A sleek black BMW X3, brand new, leather seats. Sunroof. The whole 90 yards. Emily screamed, a high-pitched shriek of pure joy. She practically vaulted into their arms, hugging them like they'd just given her the moon. The entire family cheered, pulling out phones to capture the perfect moment. I stood there, a plastic plate of lukewarm potato salad heavy in my hand, a forced smile plastered on my face, waiting. Because they always did the same thing for both of us, right? They always had something for me too. Part of me, a deeply naive part, still hoped. But that hope was about to be obliterated. Mom walked over to me, a small, knowing smile on her face. It felt fake. She slipped something into my hand. "We didn't forget you, honey," she whispered, her eyes already darting back to Emily and the BMW. My fingers closed around something soft and crinkled. I looked down, a $2 bill, creased, worn. Like it had been forgotten in my dad's old wallet for years. My breath hitched. My heart slammed against my ribs. She actually looked at me, completely serious. "We know money's tight for you right now, Olivia, so we figured this would help with gas or something." Then she patted my shoulder, a quick, dismissive gesture, and she walked away, back to the perfect family picture, back to Emily, who was now sitting in the driver's seat of her brand new luxury car, laughing. I stood there, frozen. The party music was still playing, people were still laughing. The sunlight still shone brightly on that shiny black BMW, and I felt something inside me tear, something essential, something that had held me together for 21 years. It snapped clean in half, my vision blurred, I couldn't breathe. The $2 bill felt like a brand burning into my palm. It wasn't just the money, it was every single slight, every dismissive comment. Every time I was told to be grateful, while Emily was showered with praise and gifts. Every report card that was "you can do better," while hers got a parade. I didn't make a scene. I didn't scream, my voice would have shaken too much anyway. I just walked inside, my legs feeling like lead, up to the guest room where my duffel bag lay. I started packing. Every movement was robotic. A hollow ache spread through my chest. I heard footsteps behind me, my dad. He stood in the doorway, a look of impatience on his face. "Olivia, don't be dramatic," he said, as if I was a petulant child. "It's just a car." My head snapped up. I looked him dead in the eyes, my own eyes probably blazing with a fury I hadn't known I possessed. "No, Dad," I said, my voice dangerously calm. "It's never been just a car. It's been every birthday, every Christmas, every time I needed help and you told me to figure it out myself." He actually laughed, a short, scoffing sound. "You've always been so sensitive, Olivia." That was the exact moment I knew. I was done, absolutely irrevocably done. There was no going back from that. No amount of effort or sacrifice would ever make them see me. They had shown me exactly who they were, and I believed them. I finished packing, zipped the duffel bag shut, and walked past him downstairs. My mom was still by the BMW, taking selfies with Emily. I walked over, hugged her one last time. It was hollow, empty. She tried to hand me the $2 bill again, like it was some kind of joke, a forgotten afterthought. My fingers opened. I watched it flutter to the ground. I didn't pick it up. I walked out to my 10-year-old Honda Civic. It had 230,000 miles on it, and the check engine light had been on for months. I got in, started the engine, and I drove away. The second I hit the highway, my phone came out. I blocked both their numbers, blocked Emily's too. Blocked every cousin, every aunt, every family group chat I was ever forced into. I severed every single tie. My hands were shaking so hard I could barely steer. I pulled over at the next rest stop, the fluorescent lights of the bathroom reflecting my shattered face. I cried for 20 minutes straight, a guttural primal sound ripping from my throat. Then I wiped my face, and I kept driving, and I didn't look back. The next 6 months were hell, pure, unadulterated hell. I moved into the cheapest studio apartment I could find in Austin, Texas. It was tiny, barely big enough for a bed and a mini fridge. I worked 60-hour weeks, sometimes more. 2 miserable jobs during the day, freelance graphic design at night. I ate rice and beans until I hated the sight of them. I sold plasma twice a month just to make rent and keep my clunky old Honda on the road. But every single day, every single agonizing moment, I reminded myself of one thing: they chose her. I choose me now. That thought was a burning ember in my chest. It was the only thing that kept me going, the only thing that kept me from crumbling. There was no safety net. No going home. They had made that abundantly clear. I was completely alone. And that's when I realized I was in real danger, not physical danger, but the danger of giving up. But that spark inside me, the one fueled by rage and betrayal, wouldn't let me. It just got hotter. I finished my degree online, sacrificing sleep, sanity, everything. Then I landed it. A remote design job. Paid almost double what my parents combined had ever made. My first real car, a little red Mazda, was bought with cash. No loans, no help, just pure unadulterated grit. I started traveling, saving up for actual experiences, not just survival. I made real friends, friends who valued me, truly saw me, and didn't compare me to anyone. I was building a life that didn't need their approval, a life they had actively tried to prevent me from having. I thought I was free. I thought I had escaped. But that was just the beginning of their attempts to reel me back in. 8 months after I walked out, it arrived. A letter, no return address, but I knew the familiar, looping handwriting, my mom's. My stomach twisted. I almost threw it out. But a morbid curiosity, a deep-seated need to see just how low they would go, made me open it. It was 3 pages long, 3 pages of emotional manipulation, crying about how I abandoned the family, how Emily missed me, how she cried herself to sleep sometimes, how dad had a health scare and we need you right now. Guilt, just pure unadulterated guilt tripping. At the very bottom, almost as an afterthought, she finally wrote it. We're sorry about the car thing. We just wanted to make Emily happy. Not sorry for the years of neglect, not sorry for the favoritism, just the car thing. My hands were shaking again, but not from sadness, from pure cold fury. I read it once more, every word etching itself into my memory. Then I walked over to the shredder I'd bought for my new home office, and I watched it tear into 1,000 pieces. 2 weeks later, Emily tried to add me on LinkedIn. Her message was sickeningly sweet. Hey stranger, can we talk? I got a new job and I want to tell you about it. Like nothing had ever happened. Like $2 versus a luxury BMW wasn't a defining moment for me. I declined the request. And I blocked her there too. They didn't understand. They still didn't understand. And I knew then they never would. My peace was more important than their comfort, more important than their fake narrative of a perfect family. Last month, my phone vibrated with a text from an unknown number. My heart jumped. It was a number I didn't recognize, but the message itself. Olivia, it's Dad. Your mother is in the hospital. She keeps asking for you. Please. My blood ran cold again, but this time it was different. It wasn't fear or betrayal. It was an icy calm. I stared at that message for a long, long time. A lifetime of slights flashed before my eyes, every single moment where I was less, where I was invisible, where I was given $2 while Emily got 35,000. The anger had long since turned into something colder, sharper, a calculated resolve. I typed back one single sentence, no hesitation, no emotion. You gave her the BMW, I got $2, we're even. Then I blocked that number too. I didn't waver, not even for a second. I finally understood the power of walking away, the true strength of choosing yourself. My revenge wasn't loud, it wasn't flashy, it was quiet. It was building a life they never thought I deserved. A life completely free of their toxicity. They needed me. And I had finally built a life where I didn't need them at all. The twisted irony of it all felt like the ultimate poetic justice. They wanted to see me suffer, to scramble for scraps. Instead, I thrived. And the biggest shock, I wasn't happy because I hurt them. I was happy because I finally chose me, and in their desperation, they finally felt the $2. They finally felt exactly what they gave me.